So we are not doing too well on resources right now. We could do a bit better. Well, this side is actually holding quite well. I'm going to try and build another construction turret here. Construction turrets will also automatically reclaim anything. But at the same time, I want to try and grab a bit more territory from the bottom of this hill. Because there's a lot of reclaim out there. I don't want to just leave. And there's another blooming EMP thing. EMPing and the only Tech 2 metal extractor on that side. So at this point, we are currently down 6 Tech 2 metal extractors. So that's not good. Not good at all. We just can't get them rebuilt, which is really annoying. So we're going to try and get them up with some Tech 2 defenses there and rebuild them. We just need more defenses in general. Another missile truck hitting our blooming winds at the south there, but we don't really have anything to go out and deal with it. Use that Tech 1 engineer to repair more blooming missile things. Really causing us some problems here. Now, because we moved out there, they changed their aggro onto something else. I did put both engineers on that pop up there so that we didn't lose it. Now, one thing I didn't realise, I'd selected more than just the 3 on that side. I'd actually selected a couple from other locations as well, which, in hindsight, not the best of ideas, but, well, it is what it is. So we have another big boy out on the field right now. He is on the north side. We're just queuing up our eco here. And that north side seems to be behaving fine. So, yeah. Now, the plan is right here is we're going to use this guy, take out that north section, and ideally get defenses there. And block off that side, so we've got another new front line, should we say. Is the plan, at least. Get rid of some of this artillery, eco, so on. Anything that's causing our units problems. Although I have noticed a big set of problems coming in for us at the south. That guy's still repairing that turret. Again, not paying attention to my guy at the top here. Radar jammer's been shot, so he's been out of action, and he's, well, now dead anyway. And more bloody recluses climbing over the walls, killing all my shit. And now this is a problem as well, because they have big heavy gunships and I have not enough air. I don't have enough units in general. They're pushing right through. And this is not a good position to be in. Luckily enough, they're not over the north side, which is where all my advanced fusions are. But I've had to call away my Tech 2 tanks that are in the middle to deal with the stuff that's on the left. I'm trying to use my commander here to heal the units that I've got left on that side. And yeah, it's not going well. Definitely need more air defense, which I've attempted to do by building fighters, but they are just not coming out quick enough. And all this stuff is getting through, bombarding my stuff from range. There's some strategic bombers there as well. Yeah, it's getting a bit dicey. We are currently down 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 metal extractors right now. So we could be in a lot better of a situation. We definitely need more air defense. If we didn't have air causing us problems, we would be fine. Bear in mind, we still haven't killed a single enemy commandant right now. So it is not going well for us at all. And yeah, we saw that twilight, but the rockets dealt with it. And get rid of this factory down here, ideally. The idea was to move this guy around to the bottom where they keep attacking. I see there's a Tech 2 air factory there as well. Hopefully you should deal with it. Now, the Banishers are quite good at dealing with those big tanky air because it just shoots lots of big rockets at it. But yeah, I try and degun it because I've seen enemy AI degun air before. But well, it didn't work. Okay, so here we come across a lot of units here stuck in a hole, so I do them a favor and free them from their life so that they don't have to be stuck anymore. And keep trying to move this guy around, trying to clear it out. Meanwhile, we've got our second guy up. Technically third, but second alive one up. More rapid fire artillery there causing us problems, but the Doomsday took it out. Still down a Doomsday on that side. Technically 2 Doomsdays which have been killed. And we missed another guy getting killed, which must have been another commander degunning. So we're now back to down to 1 Juggernaut. So every time we get one, they're killing them, which is not going well at all. Down even more actual metal points. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 metal points we're down currently. So yeah, not good. So I would recommend, in an ideal situation, you need to try and hold those metal points as well as you can. Because we've got the metal maker economy on the go, it's holding okay on its own, but like they're starting to get through at this point, as you can see, and we aren't really able to hold them very well. Once they start walking around this inside bit, we are gonna have issues. So we definitely need to shut down anything that comes through. Building these fighters that are patrolling around our area is somewhat helping with the air. Got some screamers going up, and we've got more defenses going up as well. The fact that we have the economy to continue to build Tech 2 is also helping us as well. Need more build power right now. We don't have enough build power. Now, one thing I was just thinking about is I really hope there's no wreck for the thing they just killed from me, because if they send that at me, I am screwed. So I thought, let's just quickly go down here and hope for the best. And I find a Tech 2 factory and take that out while we're going down. Now, if you didn't guess, this is not going ideally very well. Starting to at least push back with the help of these juggernauts, but we have currently lost 2. So we are also being pushed back into our own territory. We are not able to get our front line back very well. So it's not going great for us at the moment. Now, the plan is to try and use this guy purely to defend right now rather than attack, because we've just pulled off all our tanks from this bottom side here to reinforce that right hand side. And there we got a advanced fusion power plant. Very, very forward advanced fusion. Now we've got more air defense going up. These screamers were actually able to kill some of this inbound air before it hits. So I'm going to try and get some of our economy back up and running. Grizzly there, not great. Do not really want to fight that. A blooming shield, stop that plasma stuff. And I think, right, we are currently 49 minutes in. They could very well have nukes. I need nuke defense. So, yes, build some nuke defense. Now, considering I've lost 2 of these juggernauts so far to D-guns, I'm going to try and be a bit more careful with this one. And we're going to try and get some air engineers for build power. And we're also going to build a Tech 1 factory for scouts. Now, they can't cloak if there's units on them. So my plan is build a bunch of scouts, send them around the map. Not only will the AI shoot them, but it will ideally decloak the enemy commanders. So my guys just won't walk straight into it. Is the plan. Now that turret is definitely not gonna get built. Nope. It's a bit difficult, they can just hit it from down the hill. Now, it's actually started to quieten down a bit because we've got all 3 sides currently being attacked. This side over here is quieting down quite a bit. Obviously, with that, it means the other sides have heated up quite a lot, which is causing us all types of problems. But with the Tech 3 holding the 2 other sides, we should be okay. We do have a Zeus in our territory here, a welder in our territory that's causing us some problems. Killed a bunch of our wind turbines there, but with the 1 paralyzing drone has basically just neutralized it. Which is why I've got 2 fighters to 1 paralyzing drone, just because they are quite useful. I'm going to try and get some more of this economy back up and running, because we sure do need it. Saying that though, we are currently wasting metal. Pretty sure that is because we are doing reclaim. And what have we got currently? Our commander is idle. We have an engineer idle, which is that guy there. And we have 1 Tech 2 engineer idle. Trying to use our units here to defend that turret, so that turret can get up. Realistically, at this point, we should probably be getting some more construction turrets on the go. Trying to push out more experimental units or scouts, either or really, because experimentals, yeah, obviously great, but to get proper scout spam to actually see what's going on, also quite useful. Also, not only that, but there's like artillery or stuff like that, they're going to try and shoot at the scouts, which if they're trying to shoot at the scouts and not us, it's going to save us the problem there. Okay, so we are now going to build a shield so that 1 artillery thing doesn't just kill all of our economy, and then continue to expand into our very somewhat limited space. Now there's a lot more better ways of balancing that out there. I am not very good at that, but it's fine. See, now our scouts have seen that commander off to the left, which ideally we want to kill, but we don't really have spare units right now unless that turret gets finished. Yeah, so we're going to move that guy back up. Now our bottom side is still really exposed right now. Try not to get the planes in. And there we go. Again, we've got them in units coming through because our defenses still aren't built. I'm looking for some units here that I can send. Realizing that I still lack air defense on that south side. And then build up more stuff. Now that commander's walking in. I'm hoping with the Doomsday there and the commander walking towards us that we can just pop him. Especially if he's just walking in a straight line like that. Come on, Juggernaut, you can do it. He does not do it. Now, without any scouts there, I am a bit iffy about just walking straight down there. So I sent some scouts down to go look for the bugger. And there is quite a bit of stuff down there. I'm very iffy about walking down this hill because there could be a cloak commander that's just going to degun my stuff, and I do not want that. I need this this guy alive. Now, watching this back, I still haven't realised there's 2 units in my base here that's just pounding away on my resources, which there's literally a Tech 2 tank which could have dealt with that. So, but you can only pay attention to so much stuff, and losing 1 Tech 2 metal is not as much as losing 1 Juggernaut. So yeah, you've got to pick your battles. There we go. We see another commander there on the left briefly, but we did lose 1 as well. And now we've just seen them building that. Now we cannot let them finish that Calamity. Definitely not. Now Calamity surprisingly has quite a bit of health, and it was very close to being finished. So my priority is to kill the engineers building it. If I can kill those engineers building it, then it's fine. There we go. As soon as we get around that hill, all of the engineers start running. And there we go, it's dead. So we currently have 3 Juggernauts out and about. That guy I'm being very careful with on that north side, because I know there's a cloaked commander somewhere. Now we're still wasting metal right now, which is not good. What I should be doing is building more construction turrets. But I am not currently. I am amassing air engineers, however, with the hope that I can use them to quickly build stuff. They're still pushing forward quite a bit. I'm going to move these tanks down the hill a bit to stop the stuff just pinging me from long range. There's a unit you don't see very often. Moving the big boy back. At this point, we've kind of got our eco pretty much well sorted. Again, the more construction turrets you have to push these heavy units out, the quicker we can get this done. Right now, I have a limitation on build power. I currently don't have enough build power to actually make use of what I've got. I've got a lot of area that needs covering and rebuilding, like all those metal points that need rebuilding, the defenses that need rebuilding, and there's a lot of reclaim on the map right now as well, which I'm not taking advantage of. And what I decide to do is be a bit cheeky and build some nukes. Because it does say in the description that the AIs aren't that smart. So I'm hoping by that it means there's no nuke defenses. So that is the plan. And meanwhile, this bottom Juggernaut's walking around, killing some base. This top one's going to go around and hopefully get a commander on that island above me. And yeah. So now you can see this is the difference between holding the bottom and holding the top. This bottom side that we've managed to hold, well, we control all of that bottom section now. Whereas if you hold it at the top, like on these other sides, I'm having to use a tech free to hold the line, basically. There we go, finally building some stuff. My commander's doing a little jig because he's happy it's going so well, but I'd rather him help build more juggernauts. And a enemy commander just degunned another one of my tech frees. So that is 3 tech frees killed by degun. Not good. It's not my day. Not my day at all. So we were at 4, back down to 3. This map is very big. To just, you know, walk tech frees about. So that's kind of why I thought about the nukes option. Reinforcing that right hand side. It's the only side that currently doesn't have a tech free. Now I see that commander there. He's trying to sneak up and do another blooming D-gun on me. Not having that. Slowly back away from him. They both move about at the same sort of speed, so he ain't gonna get close. Those scouts are constantly like keeping vision on him so that I can shoot him, and there he goes. The first commander dead. It only took an hour to kill the first commander. Yeah, not going super well. Here we go, we've got a bit of air force here now, able to shoot down that guy. And we lost a lot of these things to flak. They are only Tech 1 air, not that important to be honest, but yeah. 3 tech frees up and running now. Well, back to 3. Still trying to just hold this front line over that north side with turrets. Probably gone a bit overkill on them by now, whereas this side is just holding on with units that get spawned. Still keeping with those tanks, the tank options. Now you could ask yourself, well, Chris, why haven't you gone for the big tanks, like that one there? Well, to be honest, they are big, they are slow, and they are really only good at killing like swarms of stuff. At this point, having mobility, being able to duck in and out of fights is a lot more useful for me than a slow, clunky thing that's just going to kill some like swarmed units. If I want slow and clunky, I've got the juggernauts. Okay, so we've got 1 nuke finally built. We are got the juggernaut moving up on the right hand side. We got 1 at the bottom who again just died, so that is 4 juggernauts killed by D-guns. And at this point I'm getting fed up of that, and I'm going to start creeping these guys up so they can't just keep doing that, because yeah, who knew AI's good at degunning tech frees? Who knew? So here we go, we're trying to rebuild this right side for I don't know how many times now. Surprised there's any metal left there at this point. Also at this point, we have pretty much cleared that left top corner there. We haven't actually secured it properly. There's a tachyon laser there. It's going to hurt. But we are going to push in anyway and take it out. Now, by the way, if this was a, well, any game other than against this sort of AI, I would highly recommend building more than just 1 nuke defense. 1 nuke defense is not enough. especially like PvP, you need quite a lot of nuke defenses. Players will build like, you know, 6, 8, 10, 12 nukes. And one nuke defense is not going to cut it. Well, that's exactly why people build so many nukes, so that if you have only one nuke defense, it just gets through. Now, again, very cautious as a commander right there, and I am not going to fall into that trap again. Fortunately, again, he's cloaked and moving. And I blind shoot in the hope that we hit him. And now we have some scouts showing up, trying to find him. I do not want him just walking into my guys and degunning them. But he could literally be anywhere, and we don't know where he is. So I don't really want to risk losing another 2. So trying to be careful with them. There's only so much you can do though. Moving this radar stuff up to assist. And now we've got some scout planes going as well that can help us see what's in front. Now, as long as we keep on the enemy here, we should be okay. I realised that we don't actually have anything there. Now, one thing to note, that there's a bit of a bonus when building a building on top of the building that already existed. It basically makes it cheaper. So if you plan on, like, you know, building a metal point over a metal point, it's definitely worth doing. It saves you some resources that way. There we go, we've got 2 on that side as well. Working on the 3rd nuclear silo. Also working on even more economy buildings on that left hand side. Getting more flak on the go. Being a bit careful on this corner here, it's a bit iffy. Engineer stuck doing nothing. So we're also building a counter intrusion system there that detects cloaked stuff. So if there's any commanders sneaking around there, we will see. They seem to like trying to go after the radar stuff. Lightning bomber there, dies very quickly. Meanwhile, I see that commander there, and I am not having him degun these 2 guys as well, so we're going to keep them at range, use their lasers to slowly whittle the stuff away, and same sort of thing at the bottom as well. Slowly work our way in, but the thing is, if he's cloaked, we don't know where he is. He can be walking right up to us, and that would cause us some issues. But yeah, it's the reason why I'm keeping him moving. Don't want to stop. If they stop, they're easy to degun. On the south side, they are radar jammed, which is useful at the bottom. Also notice a fusion going up there for some reason. We'll just reroute that guy over there to deal with that. And seeing if we've got any nukes. So we've got 2 nukes in this one, so we're just going to fire off a nuke there and a nuke there. Using shift and then the attack key there to queue up the 2 nuclear launches. That'll get rid of those 2 bases. If there is a commander in there, it ain't going to be there for much longer. Now, a possible strategy for this map, which isn't what we've done here to begin with, is you could hold your base at the top, obviously build the defenses down a bit, and just like mass defenses. You can see on the north side there where I've built the shields, doomsdays and the pop-up turrets, we've been able to hold the line pretty well. Useful to have some units to, you know, push out and just deal with stuff every now and again, but you could just rush nukes, nuke the entire map, and then, you know, you just send your tanks out after the fact and just mop up what's left. So that's another option. Another option is you could, like I've got there, build a fighter screen so that the air you're having issues with isn't an issue. But there are many options. How you go about it is up to you. I'm just here today to show you an option that has worked for me. Alright, so now our economy is going really well. We still haven't got those metal points to the right and to the top. We don't really need them. We've killed another enemy commander. We've taken out 3 bases. So we are seeing a lot less enemies now. We've changed our fighter production to build a lot more scouts. Set the patrol route to be a lot wider as well. We're going to try and find out where these commanders are. And we can see here that, yeah, we need a bit of assistance in building that economy units there. And I was going to use these guys to make sure there's nothing left. Checking the nukes, see if we had any nukes left, but we don't currently. So they've still got military units somewhere, so there's still something somewhere. Now there's a tech-free factory. We ain't having that. So they do build tech-free, so you do need to be aware of that. Don't let them get there. The best way of not letting them get there is by scouting. Even if they've got like loads of air defense, if you just, you know, amass a bunch of you know, scouts in your base, some of them are going to get through and they'll give you the intel that you need. Oh, I saw there was a commander there. I try and snipe him with a nuke. Pretty sure it misses, but it was worth a try. We got another nuke here. We're going to nuke one of these bases. Green is like the only main threat left at the moment. I'm just going to use a nuke to get rid of that. The nuke does get him. We're now down to 4. Actually, we could have already been at 4. And we're already at 4, so no, it didn't get him. And there's another nuke going off there. See, now they don't have any nuke defense, so the nukes are working fine. The screamers are also working fine for taking out any air that is still alive and coming at us. Fight screen would also work. The issue with the fight screen is that well, you have to have it so far in your base that it isn't really going to help. At this point, we've cancelled basically Tech 2 vehicle production because I don't think we really need it. I'm going to send our fighters to just go deal with that annoying stuff that's hitting us there. And just trying to mop up with what we've got left. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this mission now at this point. We're using nukes to clear up what's left. Anytime we don't have nukes, we're just sending our juggernauts round. We still have 3 commanders to deal with, and we just spotted one there, which will leave us with 2. Scouts, very important to have. Without them, I mean, you can't see enemies at all, especially these cloaked ones. Like this commander, just constantly cloaking. Just sending this scout. If it walks near him, he's going to decloak. And all we need is to keep him decloaked for a little bit, and then we're good. We've spotted another long-range plasma cannon somewhere. Which, at this point, we can nuke. Trying to just get this guy, rerouting scouts down to decloak him. There we go, and he's dead. And we killed another one at the same time at the top, leaving us with 1 enemy commander left. Cancelling all fighter production here, purely going for scouts. We just want to see where stuff is, and we'll nuke any base formations that we see that are left. Now there's still enemy units walking around, so it's not like there's nothing. There is some air defense going on down there, so we're going to nuke that. That annoying gnat killing our radar jammer. Yeah, so the only place left with actual stuff is that bottom right. There is some pyros out, which means there's the Tech 2 light blue factory somewhere, which we might well have just nuked. I'm just going to split these guys up now, send them on their merry way, and try and finish it off. Where is this long-range plasma cannon? Oh, they're trying to build another Calamity at the top. Well, that ain't gonna happen. And there we go. Briefly, before I pan the camera away, we just saw the enemy commander to the bottom right. So that is where the last guy is. My gnats are just about to spot him, I believe. Nope. Oh, yeah, they definitely did. Yep. I used the manual fire there to get rid of that twilight, so I don't have to get close. Still an air defense there, which is being annoying. But the scouts did have it, and a grizzly, which is not fun. Where this enemy commander is, I don't entirely know. He's somewhere around there. It's probably that dot in the water that we just briefly saw. Yes, this map's so big it takes forever for anything to get anywhere. Trying to get this guy to kill that with his rockets. Grizzly's still alive in the middle. Not really is going to do anything. Not with the amount of production I've got going on now. There we go, we're just going to go. Scouts go across the entire map to try and find this commander. Got a factory in the water. There he is. Just see him there. Starting to go on land. Set a patrol route for these scouts anyway to try and maintain vision. And just send all these tanks to go finish off the last AI. Boom. Now, as you can see, that was quite a long mission, and a method of playing it we chose this time round was being more defensive. As you can see, we ended up getting to Tech 3, which was the only way we're actually able to push out of our hilltop and kill the enemies. Now, there are other ways of playing this. Like I said, you could defend your hill and just build nukes and nuke the entire base of the enemy. That is probably quite a good option. You would need to go quite heavy on air defense. But yeah, that's another way of doing it. I hope you've been okay with it being a 2-segment video. I didn't think that putting up an hour and 20 minutes of video in one sitting would be useful for you guys, so I decided to split it up. Next video will still be coming out next Tuesday for the next scenario, so don't worry about that. And that's it. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you guys next time.